Have you ever heard of this underrated Disney resort? Here are 10 things you need to know before you stay at Disney's Old Key West Resort. Today I am here at Disney's Old Key West Resort to give you a basic overview about what you need to know before you end up booking a stay here. The first thing you need to know is that this is the first ever DVC resort. DVC stands for Disney's Vacation Club, which is Disney's timeshare program. So Old Key West was the first to lead the way in that regard. This resort is themed after Key West, but it takes place in a fictional neighborhood called Conch Flats. And because it's a DVC resort, that puts it in the deluxe category in regards to Disney resorts. So it's going to be on the more expensive side. Here at Old Key West, you can find deluxe studio standard view rooms, which start at $378 per night. You can find one bedroom villa with a standard view that starts at $516 a night. You've also got 2-bedroom villas starting at $749 per night, and then 3-bedroom villas that start at $1,500 per night, actually $1,581. So again, on the expensive side, but you're gonna have a lot of room when you stay at Old Key West. There are many different views you can choose from for all of those categories, including the woods, a golf course view, and water view. Now let's get into a section that's very important when it comes to picking your Disney World resort, and that is all of the food locations you can find here at Old Key West. First up on the list, we've got Goods Foods to Go. This is a quick service location. It's basically a walk-up counter. There's no seating inside necessarily. There's kind of a little covered area, which I guess is technically inside, but basically a walk-up counter where you can take your food back to your room or back to the pool. The menu is simple, but they usually have a key lime-based dessert, so if that's your thing, head to Goods. Next, you've got the Gurgling Suitcase. This is a pool bar next to Goods Foods to Go. It's a fabulous under-the-radar bar with lots of signature cocktails. You can also order food here, such as chicken wings and conch fritters. It's also decorated with service patches from DVC members, so that's pretty cool. And lastly, in regards to food, there's the Turtle Shack Poolside Snacks. This is the pool bar at the leisure pool. So again, typical pool bar items on the menu, so if you're having a pool day, you are covered. Next up, you've also got Olivia's Cafe, which is a full-service sit-down restaurant that serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's a very good spot and very under the radar. The menu is mostly Southern comfort food with an island twist, so you should come check it out. Excuse me, let me clarify. It's brunch and dinner, which, you know, same thing, but it's brunch, not just breakfast and lunch, but brunch. How nice. Now, next up on the list, we gotta talk about activities. So what are all the things you can do around your resort? Here at Old Key West, there's quite a few options, including tennis. Here at Old Key West, there is a wide variety of recreation, including volleyball, shuffleboard, basketball, golf, and 3 lighted tennis courts. There are multiple swimming pools, playgrounds, a fitness center, and 2 arcades. So there's plenty to do if you want to have a full resort day. Also, if you're very interested in golf, this resort is right next to Disney's Lake Buena Vista golf course. So if you're a golfer and you want to have a day dedicated to that, this might be a good resort for you. There are even weekly activities scheduled for both adults and children, such as tours, volleyball games, there's arts and crafts, there's face painting, there's computer game tournaments, there's wine tastings, sandcastle building, and fishing cruises. So there's plenty to do here at your resort, no matter what age you are, there's plenty to do here. Just like with any Disney World resort, it is important to check out that activity board. They're usually by the pool area. If you can't find it, ask a cast member, but those activity boards are going to show you everything that you need to know in regards to activities at your resort. Things like movies under the stars, any sort of classes that might be paid for or not paid for. All of that information you will find on that activity board, so look out for it. And there's actually 4 different pools here at this resort. The main pool has a slide, there's a kids pool, a hot tub, and a sauna, plus a sandy playground. So again, there's so many things to do here at this resort. There's also Hank's Rent and Return, which is the name of the community hall here, which a community hall is a feature of all the DVC resorts. It's just an extra place to have more activities. Sometimes movies are playing, just things in general. It's an extra added bonus when you stay at a DVC resort. This is where you can do art activities, rent sporting equipment, you can even borrow DVDs and rent boats and bikes. The prices are outside. Now, next thing we need to talk about is transportation. So with this resort, you're mainly looking at buses to get you to and from the parks. But I will say, if you're heading to Disney Springs, you will get there by boat. So if you enjoy a boat and you want to hang out at Disney Springs, Old Key West is a great resort for adults, especially if you do think you will be at Disney Springs a lot. You can take a boat, and there's so many more dining options for you and entertainment options as well. So for transportation, for the most part, you're looking at taking a bus, but to Disney Springs, you will take a boat. Okay, I caved and I got key lime Dole Whip. It's delicious, it's very melty, but it is lime Dole Whip with vanilla swirl. So if you want key lime Dole Whip, that's another pro to add for Old Key West. Now let's talk about if you should get booking or keep looking. You should book a stay at Disney's Old Key West Resort if you want a big room and are able to rent or use DVC points. So even if you're not a Disney Vacation Club member, you can stay here. If you're paying for it out of cash, it's going to be very expensive. But another way to stay here is you can rent DVC points. So if you use a company like David's DVC Rentals, you can actually rent DVC points from Disney Vacation Club members, and it's a lot cheaper and an easier way to stay at Disney Vacation Club resort hotels. You should also book a stay here if you like a slower, more relaxed pace and vibe when it comes to your Disney resort. So here I am very relaxed. It's a very relaxing resort in general. It's going to be a slower, more laid back kind of vibe. So if that's your scene, then this might be the resort for you. You should also book here if you are a golfer. So we are really close to the golf course, and if that is part of your Disney World vacation, if you're going to spend a day there or even more than a day, you might want to consider this resort. Now you should keep looking and possibly book a different resort if you want that Disney feel in your resort. Here at Old Key West, you're not really going to see any characters along the way. It doesn't really have that Disney feel. Some people love that, and some people want that Disney feel in their resort. So if that's important to you, you won't want to stay here. You should also keep looking if you want direct and easy access to the parks. Transportation isn't the main draw of this resort, so if you're wanting to get up and get to the parks very, very early, right on time, this might not be for you. Also, if you want to try all the different modes of Disney transportation, this also might not be the resort for you. And finally, you should keep looking if you plan to not use DVC points to buy your room. Again, like I said, please rent DVC points. It's so much cheaper. If you pay for a DVC room and you're not a DVC member, you're paying with cash, it's going to be very, very expensive. So save money where you can, stick to that budget, and rent DVC points. If you're not going to rent DVC points, then you don't want to stay here. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and now go watch Quincy's full tour of Old Key West. See ya!